The professor enjoys a good puzzle game to flex his mental muscles, so today we're going to play some Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine for your Sega Genesis. Let's go ahead and take Mean Bean Machine, pop it in my Sega Genesis, and see how it holds up today. Let's go to the game. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine was published by Sega and according to SegaRetro.org was released here in the States in late 1993. This would be the first Puyo Puyo game published for the States. A Compile creation, the game originally debuted in Japan on the MSX2 and Famicom Disk System in 1991. Sega would then work with Compile to make an arcade version in 1992 which featured characters from the Compile dungeon crawler Madu Monogatari. It would be then ported to the Mega Drive, but for the US, Sega decided to replace the characters with Sonic the Hedgehog characters from the cartoon series. The manual opens with the following. Evil Dr. Robotnik has invented a machine that turns good folks into rotten robots. Village bean folk from the planet Mobius are being rounded up by the doctor's henchbots and thrown into his dungeons. There they await their turn in his latest evil masterpiece. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine is a puzzle game for 1 or 2 players with 4 levels of difficulty: easy, normal, hard, and hardest. You can change the difficulty in the options screen, where you can also customize which button turns the pieces left and right, how many matches 2-player games consist of, turn on and off sampling certain sound effects, and an input test, which can be very handy if you want to make sure a controller is working properly. The main goal of the game is to make beans disappear by combining 4 or more of the same color in any configuration as long as they all touch. Beans fall 2 at a time. You move them with the D-pad, pressing down to drop them down faster and use the button to rotate them. The game has 3 main modes. The scenario mode, where a single player takes on Robotnik baddies one at a time, eventually working up to a final showdown with the Eggman himself, a 1-player versus 2-player mode, and an exercise mode, which is an endless mode, where you simply play for a high score. A second player can join endless mode, but their game will be independent of the first players. Endless mode also features 2 characters that can pop up to help you. Has-Bean will walk over beans, changing them into the same color to make them disappear, and Big Bean will crush away any beans he lands on. These 2 guys only show up in the exercise mode. In the other 2 modes, you take on an opponent. When one of you makes a match that contains more than 4 beans, or sets off a chain reaction of matches, you can make clearish looking refugee beans fall into the opponent's side, with more beans awarded for the more impressive feats. These beans can only be removed by making a match of regular beans next to them. If your opponent overflows their screen, you win. In the scenario game, you're given a password to continue later on, and unlimited continues to use as well. Scoring wise, you can earn more points by dropping beans faster, making bigger matches and chain reactions, and if you defeat an opponent in under 110 seconds in the scenario mode. The game does contain high score tables, but these are erased when you turn the system off. Graphically speaking, while the game is not the best looking game on the system, it does a decent job. I especially like the continue screen. The music is also catchy, which is good because you'll be hearing a lot of it. Family friendly wise, the game received a GA rating when it was originally released, which is like getting an E4 rating today. Currently at Pricetrying.com, the game has a value of $17 loose, $24 complete, and $85 new. So what do I think of Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine? I'm not the biggest puzzle fan out there, but I really like this game, especially the scenario mode. The computer really presents a challenge for me, but thanks to the unlimited continues and the password feature, I never got too discouraged, knowing that a lucky break could happen at any time. The endless mode is nice, as is the ability to face a friend, but it's a scenario mode that keeps drawing me in. I also enjoyed the personality of the opponents and think using Sonic characters was a smart move for the American audience. It also controls well, looks nice, and sounds good. So this is a game I can easily recommend to all Genesis fans. So where am I going to rank Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine? This one is going in my current top 10. I do like Toe Jam and Earl more at 6, but I'm more likely to play this than the also fun Space Harrier 2 at 7. So out of the 50 games that now ranked for the Sega Genesis, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine is bringing some Puyo Puyo fun to the 7th position. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine might be my favorite puzzle game on the Sega Genesis. But that's just what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me both on the Facebook and the Twitter. Join the Discord. Support the show at patreon.com/NoSoreGamer. And click the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time in the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care and watch out for falling refugee beans.